What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another one today for you guys, and of course as well, Maestro is going to be underway shortly. So of course is why I want to get this out to you guys here, while before Maestro Boss is live, and of course as well, we'll be going over some of the best teams that I used last time, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that stun combo with the Professor Xavier still is in place. Technically, it wasn't really an exploit or anything. Professor Xavier allows for the trauma to take place. So theoretically, everything should remain the same. But we will see. We will see if anything changes with regards to that. Now, before we get into the teams here, I just wanted to quickly look at his mods. So again, as we are getting more and more of these BattleWorld Maestros, we will eventually get maxed out perks on this. So of course as well, we won't be able to take advantage of these other ones here until we get the ranks up on there. But nonetheless, it is still good to mention some of the ones that we can get active bonuses on. So of course as well, Maestro is immune to ability block, darkness, exhausted, expose, silence, slow, stun. And that's why it's a very key factor here with Professor Xavier, because he allows for us to be able to apply the trauma, and then he can allow the stun to take place, and hence why the perma stun combo came to be. So hopefully that still works. Maestro is also immune to, again, the other conditions here. We just talked about that. Daring Warriors was not working last time as intended. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they will kind of work what they were supposed to do, which is basically, I think, I don't know if the blind was correctly applying or not, but we'll have to see here. I don't exactly know. To me, they felt like they still did a decent dent to his health, so we'll have to see here how it goes. But regardless, Daring Warriors, Retcon, and of course as well, the Brimstone should get some added bonuses here. And I am seeing now, actually, they actually made a slight change on that. Actually, they've actually removed Brimstone now right from the actual spotlight here. I'm gonna have to go back and check on my previous footage. I thought they had Brimstone on here as well, so correct me if I'm wrong. I for some reason thought that was the case here. So either way, Brimstone is still one of my favorite teams, and they got a lot of active bonuses as well for BattleWorld, so it does still make a lot of sense to bring them in here, just because they have a lot of damage, and they have a lot of sustain thanks to Living Mummy. But nonetheless, if they don't get the extra increased stats, then I guess we're going to have to pivot, and we'll have to take it from there. Unfortunately, that is the way it goes. And of course, as well, if Eclipse is present, Maestro does not gain rage when he gains a blind. So this is, again, I don't know if it was working properly, if it was or was not, but hopefully, fingers crossed it is. And then that way, we're not constantly getting the blind on there and then getting the rage back up as well here. So theoretically, we should be on the board longer because we are not getting the rage as fast. So we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, so let's quickly look at the teams here. We'll quickly jump into the roster that I'll be using here. And again, like I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, this stun combo with Professor Xavier still works. Again, his passive allows for us to be able to basically apply the trauma. Enemies with defense down that normally cannot get trauma can now get trauma. So this is a bypass, and this will allow us to apply the trauma so that he can't clear the negatives. And then from that point on, we can combine Professor Xavier with the powers of Thanos and Hitmonkey, and of course as well, we'll be able to apply the stun and lengthen it. And that's kind of the team that worked. Now, I didn't get a chance to get this to work, but I did see footage of it from other people, and of course as well over Discord, and it looked pretty awesome. So that's going to be wicked. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it still works, and they didn't do some way to kind of, bypass our bypass. So we'll see how that goes. The second best team, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there's no issues with it. And again, there shouldn't be, hopefully, any hiccups this time, is our Daring Warriors. Of course, as well, if you guys have already seen some of my other footage, you'll know that I did actually bring up my Speedball and my Night Thrasher as well here. It's time to bring them up. I had them initially lower stars because we were running the Surfer Breaker, and I wanted to showcase that you can still get, 400 plus mods running 4-star Daring Warriors. And of course, as well, that time has now dissipated, and we've got Surfer Breaker coming back hopefully next week, as they've indicated. And of course, as well, we'll have to see here when the blog actually gets released as well to confirm things. But other than that, we will be going into serious mode here with the Daring Warriors this run, and we'll see what kind of damage outputs we can come up with. And of course, as well, yeah, we'll have to see if hopefully the mechanics is working properly this time with the blind, and of course as well the damage and all that other stuff. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes here. One of the other best teams I used last time was also this Mephisto Fantastic 3. This is a team we've used in previous 2 Battle Worlds in both Null, and we used it in Century Battle World City. So it makes no it's no surprise that we would bring this team back here, just because they have so much damage going, right? And they have lots of cleanse. We can't really apply all the all the other stuff like the stuns and stuff that we would normally do, but it doesn't change the fact that Odin just feels so much of this team. And of course as well, Mephisto and Odin just work tandem together, and the Fantastic 3 are fast. They're really hit really hard. We got lots of crits there as well. I may mess up around and change up some of the ISO 8s for some more damage, but other than that, I think those are going to be my top 3 hitters here. And we'll have to see here if maybe some other people can come up with some better team comps, but looking forward to see what kind of damage outputs we can come up with. Now, the other 2 teams I'm kind of still on the fence about, just because of that weird little, I checked it, and I swear, even in the data mines, it said Brimstone was on there, so they must have removed it. So that's weird. Anyways, we did lots of damage with Brimstone last time, so hence why I've got Brimstone and Astro here. But Astro, they're going to be a lock for sure, because just like in War Offense, they get a lot of their bonuses right in Battle World, so it makes a lot of sense to use them here. They don't, they have so much synergy with each other, and they got so much assists, and they got some heals and stuff. And then, of course, as well, we can't really throw the ability blocks and all the other stuff onto Maestro because he's immune, but he's still a very good. There's lots going on with the pings from Shadow King. It's just, yeah, it's a very solid team here, guys, and I don't see any reason why we would not bring these guys up here. Unfortunately, I do feel like because the Astro performs so well together, you do kind of have to keep them all together with all 5 members, so that may be the only drawback to that. And of course as well, we do have Brimstone here, but I'm still trying to contemplate on the 5th team here. Maybe I want to bring in Quicksilver, Symbiote, and bring him with Null as well. Haven't decided yet. The 5th team's kind of left undecided, but we'll keep Brimstone here right now. But those are kind of the teams that I'll be using here. Like I said, my stun combo, Daring Warriors, Mephisto, Odin, plus the Fantastic 3. And of course as well, like I said, the Astro and Brimstone. We'll have to see. Brimstone's going to be on the bench warmer. I may have to just watch and observe and maybe keep the last attack until we figure out what is the best course of action. But I'll get the footage out to you guys as soon as I can when I do it. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And as well, good luck with Battle World Maestro. And hopefully we can get some more shards than last time. And hopefully no hiccups. Fingers crossed as well. Other than that, guys, always appreciate your time. Always appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.